All right, welcome everyone to RGN. We're here for the European Open. We got Torpedo going against Publiclir. Again, it's going to be best of three. Like I stated, lower bracket final. We're going to see who's going to face off against Touch the Crown, who is in that grand final position. So starting off on cash here. Sorry for the delays, but again, knife round here to... actually, why are they knife rounding? I'm actually a little confused. This was the map choice. So Laser,
I'm not sure.
what's going on here?
You know, if people want to shank each other, you might as well just let them.
Right? I'm okay with it, but
it is Publiclear's map choice, and I do like this choice for Publiclir a lot. I have seen Torpedo on it as well, and they have a couple of players that I think will be problematic here for Publiclir, but given recent results, it's really hard to predict a favorite. By the recent results, you'd have to give the edge to Torpedo, but I definitely think this is just straight down to the line 50-50.
Yeah, no, it'll be very interesting to see, as Publiclir got a bit of recent results from them in that they're in Premier Playoffs right now. They were able to take down Arctic 2-1, so moving forward, they're going to face E-Frag next. It was Overpass and Train that they won. They actually lost Dust 2, and that was the map that the map that they banned here now. So not a huge surprise. To be fair, it was a close match, though, 16-14. But nonetheless, we're going to see how this one goes. Again, Cash going to start off. And then, yeah, going to have Mirage and then Overpass. And like I said, 16-8 Overpass against Arctic. It's not a bad scoreline at all. So I think that's going to be a strong third map if we make it that far. And I think, like you were saying, pretty 50-50. I think more than likely we're going to see that third map.
Yeah, I would say so as well. And I think if Torpedo's going to win, they need to take this, and I think it needs to be a 2-1 or 2-0, not making it to the third map, just because I really like Publiclir on Overpass. But on this map specifically, it was Tease who really impressed me with his AWP and his ability to read rotations, just hold bomb sites all alone, and all the while you have Adder, who if he goes off, it was on this specific map that I'm instancing. Dude, just crazy, insane rifling abilities, entry fragging. And one thing that I want to highlight, and I want everybody to look out for, when it gets down to 2 versus 2s, 2 versus 1s, and Torpedoes on the CT side, they're really big fans of playing bomb sites together and playing retake rather than playing 1-1 and spreading out. And it's just the frequency in which they do it is a stark contrast to other teams.
Just to go through our upper bracket finals, Torpedo, they were faced against Touch the Crown. They did lose 2-1, but it was honestly a very close best of 3. 16-12 was the first map. Touch the Crown taking Train. Dust 2, Torpedo actually did take that. Peace. Right? Yeah, we'll go into that at some point once we go into our finals eventually, of course. And then, yeah, Overpass was 16-14. Touch the Crown taking that. Torpedo, like I was stating, did win Dust 2, but we're not going to see that today. They banned it out as maybe not feeling so confident after dropping it to Arctic. But here we go. Pistol round going live. Publiclir starting on the CT side. Torpedo on the T side. Let's take a look at the utility here. Torpedo going with 4 pieces of armor. Decent hasn't purchased anything yet. Is he going to be the utility man, or is he just not going to buy anything? Okay. Decent's just going to save for the next round here.
I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe the only thing I could think of is just in case they lose and he still wants to get a scout, because you need a kill if you go with armor. But here we go, over mid. Torpedo doing a nice job spreading out. They're trying to make it a split into B. Problem being, Publiclir is getting all the kills. They have taken control of middle as well as checkers, but they haven't taken anybody out from the bomb site.
So Adder will actually take down Dominate here. And quick into the bomb site. Dejvin in the pit won't go down. Eventually does so. Lecro coming up on the flank though. 1v2. I'm going to try and get the bomb set here. Darty holding the angle towards the CT tree side of things. Back of the bomb site for Adder. Lecro peeking out in the open. Really wants to find this 1v1. Currently has it in that it's only a 1v1, and he does take down Darty. Only Adder in the back of the bomb site.
This is getting intense. Lecro might complete the 3K.
Wow.
There it is. On to Adder. And I gotta be a little critical of how Torpedo played that. Like, you saw the player inside of the spawn area playing it so cautiously when Lecro, he didn't even check the CT spawn for so long, just taking the fight with the player inside of the bomb site. I mean, peek together or don't peek at all.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of thought for certain as soon as he breaches out into the open and doesn't initially win that that firefight with the player in the back of the bomb site, well, you would expect a 2v1 to go the other direction. But instead, well, granted, gonna go Publiclir's way. Still a little confused why we had someone without any purchase on the pistol round. Again, like you were saying, maybe they're saving for the next, but I don't understand the mentality of taking yourself out of the pistol round right from the get-go in that regard. But again, neither here nor there. Maybe it was just a little bit of a mistake, but here we go. We're gonna see pistol by Deagle on Adder. What
Ouch.
a nade from the CT side.
Over 100 done, just $300 well spent. This puts Torpedo nice and tenderized for Publiclir to just rip through. And yeah, no kills so far for Torpedo. That one nade really crippled their chances of getting the bomb down, let alone any kills. But it wasn't a forced buy from Torpedo. They did invest in some Tech 9s and such, but just great timing on the nade by Publiclir.
Yeah, worked out really, really well for them. And, well, here we go. Torpedo, again, getting that plant in the first round allows them to get AKs here and now. So we can take a peek at the CT side buy. They are a little outgunned at the moment, Dejvin and Lekro with M4A1S. Otherwise, though, you got Jazar with the Scout, Dominate, and Quicks going to be utilizing some SMG. So this is a really good chance for the T side to bring things right back. T's taking a lot of damage early there. I'm not certain if that was actually through... I think that was spam through the middle grate. Nonetheless, not a fun situation for him to start off the round, as they are going to spread out. Not a huge surprise that they don't just bet it on a bit of a rush. See if they can find some picks with, again, their AK's a little bit better weaponry.
I like this start from Torpedo. Chances that you're going to find somebody still rocking an SMG are pretty high at this point, so I like the slow, methodical work. See if you can work those AKs, get some picks. It's a big tipping point in the match here for Torpedo, going for the third round buy. And if Publiclir can take it, and then they find themselves some AKs, now they're having to rebuy some weapons, then we may see a runaway. But we're going to find out. Torpedo again, trying to come up middle. Just have Jazar here with the Scout contesting. He's not looking for the boost. So Torpedo may be able to close the distance on him before he can try to get something done with the Scout. Already lost Lekro. So Torpedo just working these AKs real nice.
All right, gonna find that opening pick now. Looking like they will head on over to the A-bomb site. Only 30 seconds to do so. Jazar kicking out the CZ-75, and he gets 3 with it. Down, he's the last one alive here, and he's gonna go down as well. Jazar. Well, we said they were a little outgunned in the form that I think Jazar only had a Scout, but he had that sidearm of a CZ-75, and he made it work really well.
It takes so long to pull that weapon out, too, and all of a sudden just gets 3 kills in a hurry. Didn't even have to use that Scout. I did think he wounded somebody, but that is huge from Jay. And now Torpedo back on the save. They didn't even get the bomb down. Now Publiclir has another round where they could try to get that economic lead going. And if you're Publiclir, what did you really take away from that round? You got some mid picks. You tried an A take and just got wrecked. So that's kind of alarming for Torpedo. But at the same time, what are the chances that Jazar does that?
Yeah, exactly. From that positioning, well, that would be the position to do so. Forklift kind of known for the close range angle. And, well, that's going to be that. Dominate, able to take down Adder here, 3v5. As Torpedo trying to do some sort of damage at all to the CT side economy, but it's not looking like it's going to be a reality here as, well, at least in the third round, again, that AK round, they took down 2. But now in the fourth round, not taking down a single member. It's going to allow Publiclir to find a pretty comfortable economic position moving into the fifth round here now. Torpedo back on the bye. They've got Molotovs on 3 of their players. I would imagine if they go towards A, they might use one towards Forklift just because of that, that memory still in their mind. But we'll see how they go. Again, last gun round. Tried to spread out a little bit. We'll see if they go for a bit of a quicker pace or just try and do the same thing, knowing that, well, not that he got lucky, but maybe we can make it work better next time.
Yeah, problem is now, if they do the similar thing to the last A take, well, there's better weaponry in the hands of Publiclir now. And the way the buys are going for Torpedo, I'm wondering if Tease is planning on using an op, because in this situation, with the amount of money he would have had to sacrifice most of his utility to get that op out. Oh. What that's telling me is Torpedo is going to do a lot of this slow, methodical stuff, going for the boost. Nobody's following it up, but there's Darty over the top. Also decent peeking. Quicks is alt and wide open. No trades. Finally, Darty will bring him down. And now Torpedo's going to try to make their move back towards B, but an aggressive defense by Publiclir. They're peeking down the hallway. Get the kill, fall back, sit on your advantage.
Yeah, you can see Darty slowly lurking up towards Highway. Might actually be able to cut this rotate off from B. Lekro, seemingly aware that he'd be inside of the connector, and he takes him down with the Tech 9. Super unfortunate situation here for Torpedo as well. We're still down a player, but that would have been... Well, their ticket back into the round, potentially. T's dropping into Checkered, and Dejvin wasting no time at all. Immediate headshot, so... Very early, Publiclir taking a lot of the momentum. They've got 10K on Dejvin. Well, I imagine he'll buy a little bit of utility, go a little below that. But again, plenty of money on that CT side where Torpedo just haven't hit that stride just yet.
Yeah, and the score is 5-0, but in my eyes, it's a lot closer than that, because what Torpedo's doing at the start of the rounds is correct. They're getting these trades. It's okay to sacrifice one for ones on your T side, and that time, in the previous round, it was 2 for 2 at middle. And then Torpedo tries to fall back and hit the B-bomb site, but an active defense by Publiclir shuts that down. So it's not like Torpedo isn't getting chances to win these rounds based upon the start. But here we go again. Tech 9 train over towards the A side. Dominate. Oh, man, lurking right on the other side of the smoke. Just going to spray so many players down. Only 2. I thought he was going to get some more. But actually, Torpedo firing right back.
Yeah, not a bad situation at all. And that's kind of the worrisome part about playing that close angle at Forklift is, again, we saw it with the CZ75 on the CT side. Well, T's can do it as well, as now it's going to be a 3-on-3 trying to get the bomb set decent. Not going to be able to do so. That would have been a little bit nicer, a little bit of extra change, but instead they will breach back into the bomb site. 6-0 now as... Well, another opportunity. Like you have been stating, Torpedo, they haven't had a bad time at the start of the round, but unfortunately it hasn't translated into a round victory. So even if, though, they're getting those early rounds, well, again, they've got a good shot at it, but if they don't collect and actually win the rounds, well, unfortunately, it doesn't make a difference here. As Jzar now with the AWP, it's going to drop into the B bomb site. He does have Dejvin with him as well. The rest of the T's, they did send one player over towards B. It's going to be Darty actually lining up a smoke towards, looking towards Highway, I believe, as they're looking to boost. Currently, all these smokes raining into A, but it's merely a bit of a fake, well, not a fake, as in they're coming up Highway. It's just the angle a little bit different maybe than what they were expecting. It will be 1-for-1 now, advantage to Torpedo. 3-on-3s, they still have Dominate to deal with 2 for him, though, as now it's a 2-on-2.
And everybody's really spread out here from both teams. The smoke is going to clear, and now Jay has an angle to hold the cross into the bomb site. I don't know if Publiclir know the bomb is down inside of main. Yeah, it looks like Dej has his eyes on it now, but he's about to get flanked. This is going to turn out really strange. Dej going to get flanked, and then Jay is going to be left to hold the cross. He's probably going to get one. Oh, man, he's not even going to stay in the CT mid area. Instead, gonna push up. Okay, there was a smoke, so wouldn't have got that pick anyways. Moving up to the Forklift. He was deadly here before with the same weapon. Gets one, but the trade and the first round for Torpedo.
Yeah, nice work there, Jzar. Almost doing it again with the CZ75 there, but instead, Torpedo will take their first round. Was very expensive for them, though. If you win a round, of course, you would love to have multiple people alive, so then, well, it just means your economy's going to be in better shape. Instead, well, CT side can still have a full buy. Jzar, the only one without utility. Everybody else, Dejvin without an incendiary, but that's basically it. Everybody else with the equipment. T side, you can see, well, a couple nades here and there missing, but the real point I'm trying to make is that, again, they're down to pretty much $0 and Dominate will be able to find a frag very early here. Darty trying to spam through the garage door. Trying to actually got
some damage in on there on him.
Yeah, nice work from him. So will be an advantage, though, to Publiclir, not the situation Torpedo wanted to find themselves in.
I love this move by Publiclir, too, because both teams know it's a situation where a loser is going to have to eco. So, I mean, going aggressive into A main on a round you can't afford to lose, the brazen aspect of it increases its effectiveness in my eyes. So sitting on an advantage, Publiclir furthering it. Lekro aggressive towards that B side. But now it's Torpedo at the deficit, and it's furthering. Only 2 players remaining for Torpedo, and they haven't taken any map control at all.
No, not at all here, as we can see, heading towards the A-bomb site Dominate at Forklift. Will go down to Adder, but Jzar with the trade, only Darty with 13 hit points. We'll be able to find Lekro at the truck. That's a start. Jzar is going to go down as well. It's only Dejvin coming up on the flank. There's no way Darty expects this, and that's going to be that. As very close, and honestly, Darty making that closer than maybe it should have been, but nonetheless, it is going to be another round here for Publiclir and Torpedo. You can look at their economy, not looking good.
Yeah, this would not be a bad place to force buy for them. I'm not sure if they have any read of how low Publiclear's economy actually is, because they only won it with one person on a round where they would have had to save if they lost it. But Torpedo just going to take the safer route. But problem is, they have 1 round loss bonus. Even the next round, Downey and Tease are going to sit at 3,300. You're already going to be down 9-1. It's a slippery slope right here for Torpedo. But here comes another A take, no utility. Dominate about to have a ball here.
Oh, man. They're going to jump right past them. Dominate will be able to collect, though, on 2 and the 3rd. Darty, now last one towards the fence, and he'll go down to Dominate as well. Honestly, I was worried for Dominate for just a moment there, as they kind of all were flooding out of his peripheral, but he made it work.
And he sat there so long in anticipation of a pop flash to come through. Yeah. Or maybe he just really liked the look of those barrels, but it almost got him killed.
Yeah, very close indeed, but got it done in the end. 8-1 now, as Torpedo going to have 3 Galils on the field, 2 AKs. See if they can find some sort of success. Obviously, this kind of track record and the amount of rounds they have, and they're giving up, not going to work out well. They will find a trade early. Quicks finds 1. Adder able to capitalize, as that was a push into A main yet again. And Publiclir clearly not afraid to pull that off.
Yeah, I love this aggression from Publiclir. His Torpedo, the rounds where they've had a chance have come from them getting mid control, or the round where they won, Publiclir just completely forfeiting the middle area. So Publiclir on both wings in the bomb sites just getting real aggressive at A main, constantly peeking down towards Sunshine from checkers in the bomb site area. There's a lot that Torpedo has to look out for, but now gaining the advantage for the time being as Adder comes over the top. The boost takes out Jay. So 3 on 4. Publiclir playing 1-1-1. So, I mean, whatever bomb site's going to be hit. Oh, there goes Dominate. I was going to say, whoever's at that solo bomb site is going to have to come up big, but now it's just a free bomb site for Torpedo.
Yeah, this is a really good look for them here, as, again, they want to bring it back in this half. What better way to do so is winning a round with multiple players alive. But I have a feeling Dejvin, he's got something to say about it as he pre-fire. I don't know if he spotted him there, but nonetheless, pre-fire and will be able to drop him in the end. Adder holding an angle towards the catwalk very low as well, and he'll drop. As Dejvin, at the very least, making this very expensive, look to go back towards CT spawn and potentially keep his weapon in play, but will be brought down eventually. But to be fair, Torpedo down to 2. Did some decent exit fragging. You can see, though, CT side economy not looking so hot itself.
Yeah, they're going to go for the half buy or the full. Looks like we'll see a half one. Not as much as, not armor on everybody, but definitely upgraded pistols. 3 CZs. Maybe we'll see some aggression here. We have Lecro and Jay holding mid. The A aggressive squad, Quicks and Dominate. Thinking about going for a boost over. No, Lecro's just lurking down below. That mid boost. We do have some aggression at the squeaky door. Dej gets the only player down towards B for Torpedo. Hasn't collected the weapon. Might see a trade here at the squeaky, but no, Darty's too smart there, trying to do the bait and switch on him. It seems like Darty just knew.
Yeah, he was anticipating the aggression. Actually, yeah, I think one of Darty's teammates as well was kind of firing to make them think maybe Darty wasn't pushed up that far, and then when they go to fall back, well, guess what? He was there. So it's going to be good news, as they have lost a single player, but 4 on 3 is they're at the advantage. Tease up and over at the boost here. We'll be able to find one decent onto Dejvin. Now only Jazar, Deagle in hand. See if he can find any pretty shots. Trying to find decent. And
the patience on this guy.
Right, trying his best, but that'll be that. Torpedo, again, this is how they're going to find their way back into the half, but I would love to be able to take this rifle round, and that would, again, solidify a bit better of a situation for them.
Yeah, big point in the match here. See if Publiclir can start rallying again and still potentially reach those double digits, or are we going to have an even half and Torpedo going down early and bringing it all the way, giving themselves a good shot in the half following. More mid-control attempted. Oh, they get the entry as well. Jay with his AWP, swing and a miss. Oh boy, you need to hit those. And then eats a nade to the teeth, losing half of his HP. This is not a fun round for Jazar.
Yeah, exactly. Gonna have to visit the dentist as well after, like you're saying, right in the mouth. But, oh, Torpedo sending 2 over the boost. We got Decent and Darty trying to find an opening, and they will have targets to find. Jazar now all alone, and he won't be able to find his shot as... Well, that's not the defensive effort that you wanted to see there. Well, I guess the effort was there, but shots actually being landed, not so much. Dejvin going down, only dominate here as, again, does look very promising for Torpedo to come back in this half and create a very solid scoreline for themselves. As dominate towards Z connector, not able to find anything. Torpedo with a flawless round.
Now that was a dominant round, and if you're Torpedo, that's exactly what you want to see out of the other team's Opper. 3 huge whiffs that could have easily changed the round. Granted, they gave up an entry frag. Their Jay missed his opportunity with the AWP multiple times. I'll lay off him at this point. Sorry, Jazar. Right. So 4 now for Torpedo. Another save here. Only going to have to save once for Publiclir, but yeah, it looks like they've with this scoreline and probably going to win this round as well. They've already solidified a decent half, but it's heavy aggression towards the B side as it's 1 for 1 so far. Jay continuing the train with the CZs. And they're going to recover some weapons? No, they're not. So not even going to take them. So it's going to be 2 for 1 and a bomb site for Torpedo.
Dejvin gonna spot them out towards truck, goes down to Tease. So now 3 on 3. Tease looking for another shot and does find it onto dominate. So player advantage lost. Lecro coming out from highway. He'll drop Jazar on the flank, and you know exactly where he's at as he'll peek wide. Takes down one more, but that'll be that with Tease kind of salvaging the round with a triple kill for himself. That's the kind of op play that Torpedo's looking for.
Yeah, I was talking about it at the beginning of the match. Tease, not the most consistent, but when he does go off, it can be, it's pretty nuts to watch. And you see, he hasn't been using the AWP too much this match. I'm not sure if that was because of economy or just the strategies that they were going for. But the one round that I see him use the AWP, he doubles his score count. He went from 2 to 5.
Definitely a good situation. Looking for the spam through that middle garage. Not gonna find it. We do see Jazar right underneath the boost. Lecro coming on up as well. Instant entry frag here for Adder as he peeks in towards B. But Jazar, the one they're worried about, nope, he's having none of it. He's watching that boost and we'll be able to take him down. So 2 quick frags here for Torpedo. And looks like they're kind of starting to figure this out. Publiclir was favoring quite a bit of aggression early on. And well, Torpedo's kind of taking advantage of it now.
And those 2 frags that just happened, one was through a smoke, Adder just firing into B.
Oh, okay, I didn't recognize that.
Guy was trying to get boosted over mid, and somebody's sitting in the back of spawn with an op. Those are the kind of frags that, when they happen, you're just like, well, what could I have really done better? Is through a smoke and just bad timing on the boost. They still got a chance here, and Publiclir heavily stacking towards the B side and just guessing wrong.
As we do see, we got Decent at the white box. 3 players from the T side. About to breach into the A bomb site. Dominate spotted out as he was trying to just hide in a corner towards Z. Very low hit points though, so not a lot for him to go down. So only Lecro and Quicks looks like they will save their weaponry. And well, considering they got nothing to work with, not a bad idea. I'm just curious if they're actually going to make it through. Decent heading towards tree CT area. Quicks though having none of it. So at least they do know where the CTs are at. We'll see if they decide to continue on. They do have the money here in Torpedo.
Plenty of money. Torpedoes are expensive, you know.
Right.
I mean,
Very
give me a
luxurious
price. Give me an estimate on a Torpedo's price. Like, I have
single
no
torpedo. I don't know. You're asking the Canadian, and you're the American, and you're asking me how much a torpedo is. Laser, come on. Let's be serious here. My wooden canoe of a torpedo would be...
So now I'm getting stereotypes. Like, I gotta know. I know these weapon prices.
I would have to guess that a torpedo in this day and age would be at least $250,000, if not more. That's my best guess.
All right, well, I'm not even gonna guess. So there you have it. 8-6. Publiclir still in the lead, but judging the way things are going and the momentum, Torpedo is gonna have a lot going into the next half. But mid-control attempted by Torpedo, but Publiclir have way too many people here. And what's the adjustment from Torpedo? They're just sitting back, waiting for some more aggression to come out of Publiclir. Oh man, going heavy, going deep into Sunshine. Jazar gives up a big lead. And when you're already at a disadvantage gun-wise, why go for the push?
Yeah, Jazar, I don't think you recognize his pop flash through the smoke was actually good, but it was so good that Downey hid. And then Jazar pushed out, and Downey got the blindsided frag on him, so... Nice patient play from Downey, and, well, now it's going to be a 3-on-3. See who will take the last round of the first half as Torpedo. They really have brought themselves back into it, and, well, big statement. If they can take this last one, Dejvin will go down. So advantage as they're heading seemingly towards B. Lekro has still not made his position known. His barrel is sticking out through the grate of the vent, so I'm wondering if they get close enough. I imagine he'll pop it before they actually see it, and there we go. Will pop it, but that will give them the intel, and he can't get anything done. Quicks on to T's 1v2, as they're going to try and make things work with 30 seconds, but Decent drops him immediately upon peeking the heaven area. So 8-7. Again, Publiclir with a very strong start, but Torpedo bringing it right back.
Yeah, that's what I said when it was about 5-0. Even though the score they haven't gotten around, or Torpedo hasn't gotten around yet, I felt like it was a lot closer than the score was telling us. And all it took was a couple of the things to go Torpedo's way in the late round situations when they're trading off at the beginning. So just like that, rally back 8-7, and now I favor them quite heavily moving into this. Jay was not looking good with the AWP. T's on the CT side specifically for me is really strong. So yeah, unless Publiclir wins pistol, I'm favoring Torpedo pretty heavily here.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. And we have been given the intel, Laser. $894,000 for, well, I guess that's for something way back in like the 70s. So it's probably way more now, but nonetheless, I was way off. So good to know, as we will have Publiclir looking to favor towards B here. We got a full armored crew, not a single piece of utility. First frag, Quicks taking down Decent. There's still 2 to deal with, though, and, well, they're going to send some nades in, but that's not going to defend very well, unfortunately, as Tease and Adder find themselves in a 2v5.
Oh man, Tease though, with the one tap, there's a smoke up for Publiclir. That's going to really limit the options, and we have a big flank going on from Dominate, but he kind of botches it. They're going back and forth. Tease finds himself alone. He's already got 3, potentially looking for the ace. Doesn't have a kit, needs to get a move on it. And Publiclir, if they play this right, they don't even have to peek, let Tor or let Tease make the first move getting into the bomb site. Makes it past the next player. He's got to get on the bomb though. He does find a kit. Dej chasing down. Tease is just going to stick it. Not this time. Dej doesn't believe it. And Publiclir take pistol.
Yeah, Dej with the jumper takes him down as he was trying to find the defuse. And yeah, that was fortunate. He found the kit right near generator. So as he was pushing up into the site and finding that frag, he must have felt confident as finds that one, gets the kit as well. It's planted safe. And he knew the other player was towards B main, but Dejvin, well, having none of that. So Publiclir with the pistol
plan
round.
from Torpedo too. I saw the plan. They have the one guy move in and try to push towards Sunshine, try to get some intel. But if he gets wrecked, well, you still have 2 players in the bomb site. And one of the things that would make the T's do when you get that entry frag is pull the trigger and execute in the bomb site right away. Well, the 2 players in the bomb site had the same fate as the guy pushing. He just got destroyed.
Yeah, exactly. Demolished upon sight. But here we go. We are going to see a force buy here. Adder with a single frag, but they're going to need more than that as they're breaching into the B-bomb site. Downey still alive and well, not for very long, as Jazar and Quicks, they are able to deal the damage. So, again, bit of an investment there, as now moving into the next one. More than likely just an absolute full save. Publiclir, they keep that SMG in play, actually multiple SMGs in play, more time for them to gain that financial advantage.
And T is buying a flash. He saved more than his teammates did to try to get the AWP, but going down to 2,600, he's not going to have a lot to work with at all, besides his AWP if that's what he's planning on doing. So pop flash set up here, and boy could it be deadly. Jazar in anticipation, ready for the flash to come through, and now the firing squad can't make it out of that. 4 USPs scoped in on his position, and Darty collects the AK. Publiclir aren't defending this weapon at all, and Torpedo's behind enemy lines.
Yeah, let's see if they can make anything out of this, as they are going to boost up and over. Darty will be able to take down Quicks here. Can he find anything else? Dejvin still inside of middle main. Will find an engagement onto Decent. The bomb is being set in B, so it will be a retake scenario, but Dejvin with a single hit point. T-side is looking weak.
And Dominate, though, pushed up into the CT area. Flank underway. He pulls a nade. Wow, Downey failed miserably there. Dominate pulled out the pistol, had time to switch back and kill him. Sometimes that USP just feels like rubber bullets.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Unless you're hitting headshots, well, you're just tickling the opponents, and Publiclir doing a great job post-plant in that situation, as they can find the frags onto Torpedo on their way back over. So 11-7. As those first 3 rounds, again, going to the T side now. Torpedo with a full buy. We'll see if they can take this round here. They do have 1 kit on Adder, Incendiary on T's. A couple smokes to work with. Now, what do we see from Publiclir? Jazar with the op, trying to make something work at the boost here. Adder is at white box and Darty towards the sandbags. But not looking to peek out too wide here as Jazar just biding his time. As actually, he's looked like he's worried that they're pushed up right underneath him. And, well, to be fair, considering how much they did that on their side, I think that's a reasonable worry.
For what Publiclir it looks like they're going to attempt is a delayed A-take. But the setup from Torpedo is looking so good. They have a player at connector, player in the vents, quick rotate, 2 players inside of the bomb site. So unless the fake is really good from Dej over at the B bomb site, where he doesn't have any utility, all he has to fake with is his weapon. This is looking like a Torpedo round, but Publiclir with where the bomb is, they could still go back towards B, but in the meantime, just losing a player to an A main aggression.
Yeah, Tease will be able to find that one as Quicks will provide a smoke up and over A. But it looks like, considering we see Jazar picking up the bomb and heading back, this is merely a fake. Quicks is going to provide a little bit more feedback before heading over. Lekro goes down in middle, though, to Downey. And now, again, Publiclir with 2 members trying to breach into this B bomb site. Decent. Going to provide a flash for himself. It's Quicks able to find Darty. Downey onto Jazar, though, and well, caught out in the open here is Dejman, but he still finds one in the second as well, as it's Adder and Tease. 10 seconds remaining as Quicks, well, he's got to be quick on getting this bomb down. He will take the firefight, though, and Adder gets the job done. Torpedo will take the round, but that was an interesting one.
Yeah, very expensive one thanks to Dejvin. That shot not allowing the trade. It looked guaranteed. I was already examining like, okay, this is going to happen, and then this is probably going to happen. Like, no, Dejvin just hitting a ridiculous shot. But Torpedo needed that one. Didn't want to go down to that slippery slope on the CT side of Cash when teams will go for the force buy on second round upon losing pistol. Then they won't have Molotovs for retake, but that's why I think we see a lot more 5-0s on the T side of Cash than other maps. Now question is, can Torpedo stop that Tech 9 train? Only 2 Tech 9s, but a great pop flash, totally nullifying the AWP setup from Torpedo. But Adder, here, hanging on, collects himself 4 frags and only losing 1 weapon.
Yeah, Adder, definitely huge that he was able to salvage that round. Tease was just wide peeking A main, and he got fully blinded, but did not, I guess he just didn't expect them maybe to push completely with it, as again he just held that angle sitting right in the open, and yeah, went down to obviously the pistol players as they're running on in, but nonetheless, again, Adder was there to save the day. 11-9 as we're within 2 here, round 21. Publiclir seeing what they decide to go for. Nade stack over the boost. I love to see that kind of play here. Torpedo doing so much damage at the immediate start of the round.
Yeah, it's always unfortunate to be that player getting nade stacked on, and look at Torpedo going off. 1 frag middle, 1 frag over towards the A side. Publiclir trying to get map control. You see they're trying to go slowly because the bomb is still back in their spawn, but when you're already down 3 on 5 like this, you don't even want to send a player back to get the bomb because you'd be forfeiting map control. So we'll see what they decide to do with their limited options. We have Lekro and the swag roll just knocking on the door of the squeaky door, saying, I'm here, be wary of this position. All the while, moving the rest of the players, grouping up at mid. Looks like they're going to go for the mid boost, leaving the bomb at the bottom. So potentially trying an A split. Problem being, there's still 3 guys posted in A.
Yeah, that is definitely worrisome. Downey and Z connector as well, and they are going to smoke, but it's deep enough that Downey still has more than an opportunity to peek out wide. Did not hinder his... maybe if he wasn't, again, that far up, it would have worked out a little better. Nonetheless, Dejvin onto Adder. Tease will find 1 from that fence position. Dejvin dealing a lot of damage to him as well. Looking for another 1v1 before finishing off Tease, but it's not going to be so. Downey able to drop him, and now we're within 1 here as Torpedo working their way back. 3 in a row on their CT side now.
I just love that little engagement in the end between Tease and Dej. Dej just trying to give him that cold shoulder, just a little glimpse to bait out the shot. A lot of patient work, but nonetheless, Torpedo with another one. Publiclir on the save once more, only going to have to save once. Now we're going to be tied up unless we see Publiclir steal this round. Slowly towards the B side, Decent with a nade primed. Downey just going to start spamming through the smoke, then comes the nade. Just brutal for Publiclir here, trying to take into B, but they don't even see anybody. They're already getting ripped apart with nades, spam through the smoke, and that's exactly how you want to hold B on anti-ecos.
That's exactly right, as Downey, like you had stated, he gets flashed. Well, that's a perfect amount of feedback that they're probably going to come on in behind it. And again, they were. Sprays down the first one, follow-up nade from his teammate. And again, before Publiclir knows anything at all about what's really in that B-bomb side, other than there's defenders, well, they're very low on players. So now evened up 11 all. As again, this is Publiclir's map choice. Torpedo, though, looking very strong at the moment. They've got a decent bank behind them as well, so even if they drop around, they're all right. But Lekro gonna breach the smoke out middle. Downey will be dropped. Darty there to take down Jazar, but it is gonna be 4-on-3. They still have one of the sandbags. Darty will be able to find a headshot, and again, being that he's at 6 hit points, working that headshot angle very well. Finally dealt with by Dejvin.
And now decent peeking in from the site. Publicly are debating exactly what they want to do. But man, was there a bunch of stuff invested in mid. The bomb is going alone into checkers. He gets taken out by Tease. What is Publicly doing here? They go in first with the bomb. Tease hits them both in the head with the AWP. Find ourselves in a one-on-one, but Publicly critical error. And that really gives Torpedo a chance.
Yeah, Quicks. That was a smart move from him to peek into A, as expecting maybe someone still lingering, and indeed that was the case. Caught the player on the back foot. So now one-on-one, Tease. He's going to play this from tree here, and, well, he might... No, we are going to see Quicks actually head back towards A, and this is not a bad move at all. Tease going to stay stationary towards tree, but actually Quicks... He's going to be rotating back through vents again, and
well, this is hilarious.
Hasn't moved at all, and he finds the frag. Tease. I don't think he recognized how hard of a, well, how good he had it there with him rotating back. As Publiclir, they had that A-bomb site for free.
It's like the two players are just playing different rounds at the same time there. Juking himself out, going around through back into the vents, trying to bait off the sound cues, thinking that Tease was playing it closer. So, I mean, announcing himself with footsteps like he's running away, trying to prompt Tease to head back to the other side. All the while, Tease is just sitting there with his thumbs in his ears with his op, just posted up. Like, this is my plan, and I'm sticking to it.
Yep. No, that was... and again, that was the idea. Make a lot of footsteps and hope that he reads that he's back at A. But Tease way back in, like, CT spawn at tree. Yeah, not going to work out. So, Torpedo taking the lead here, as it is going to be 12-11. You can see pistols and even some armor on some of the players. That's because they have full loss bonus, even if you pick up some equipment. Lekro at 1,700, even him, they're going to be all right moving into the next round. This will give them a bit of a better shot as they head towards A here.
Oh yeah, in theory they could just bust out 4 ops next round if they want. They really need to do some economic damage with this, playing close at the forklift support in the back of the site. Only 1 kill for Publiclir and Torpedo. I'm always a bit critical of playing the forklift on anti-ecos against the T side, because the distance with the Tech 9, it's a really favorable position for the Tech 9 to deal with. But hey, they made it work.
Yeah, I would have to agree. It's a bit of a risky move, but if you're hitting shots, you're hitting shots, right? So
feels damn good when you're just holding mouse 1 as they exit A main. I understand.
Yeah, exactly. Just clotheslining and such. I feel like it's a little safer maybe if you're playing behind the actual white kind of plywood that's on the fork rather than closer in the midst of it. But again, neither here nor there, as you can see some early aggression into A main. Tease looking for an opening frag. And he's not going to find it. This is an open bomb site. Adam heading up highway, but he'll be dealt with as well. Publiclir, this is definitely a round they want to secure as the map is slipping away.
Yep, signs of life now for Publiclir. Torpedo thinning Publiclir out a bit. Just getting 1 frag at middle. Trying to come up from the connector, greeted by a Molotov. Both sides, actually. CT as well as connector. Publiclir doing a really good job buying some time. We do have a Molotov 4. Quad, and it's deployed. 2 more for Torpedo. Publiclir cannot drop this round. Everybody's in 1 bullet territory, and Publiclir is going to finish it, surviving with 2. But they need this next round.
Yeah, Jazar finding that last one actually threw that box in the forklift to the face of the remaining CT. I like it. Going out and taking that last one in style. As all right, we're within 1 now. Publiclir. We'll see. This is kind of it in my eyes. If they drop this round, well, I think that's going to be, again, Torpedo taking the map. But, again, we'll find out as early aggression towards the A side of things. 4 players already inside of main. They're just going to go very quickly. And the CTs, they're working a run boost right now, caught on top of the red box's adder. Luckily, he gets 1 before going down. Tease going to try and do similar things, and he will be able to find 1 here as eventually goes down 2-on-3.
Jay missing some critical ones with the AWP. Fortunately for him, his teammates specifically dominate this round, pulling through. Torpedo know it's at stake here, and is weighing out. Should we really go for this 2-on-3? If we win this round, it's probably for the match. But do we want to save these weapons for the next, given that 2 people are pretty low? They're taking their sweet time, hoping that somebody from Publiclir will give them something to work with. They're going to try to go really late. When Downey, they're not really executing at the same time. I love the way Publiclir played that. Excellent 4K from Dominate.
Yeah, Dominate going absolutely massive there. And, well, things are now tied up. Like I was stating, that was pretty much the round that, well, not determined whether Publiclir was going to stay in this. Torpedo, they still have a little bit of money to work with. You got 6,500 on Darty, 53 on Downey, but the rest are sitting fairly low. Looks like they will save for the next. And I don't think that's a bad idea at all. Downey and Darty, actually, they will spend enough to kind of bring them down to an even level. It's going to be Jazar to take down Darty first and foremost, so as we can see, that did not really pay off for him. We'll see if Downey can do anything with his weaponry, but I'm wondering if that was a decent decision, or if they should have just allowed one of those players... Yeah, well, buying those weapons at all. Why not just maybe save and get an op and tease his hands again? I don't know if I agree with that, but nonetheless, they went for it.
Yeah, what I think that was what made them go so slow in that 2 versus 3. If they saved those weapons, they had enough to go for a buy here. They don't do it, so one less gun round for Torpedo, and Publiclir is running through Torpedo, not giving up one frag. And that does great things for their money. But we're reaching the end of map number 1 here. We easily could see overtime out of this. But this is pretty much Torpedo's last chance to win it in regulation and not in overtime, because this is their last full buy.
And so here we go, round 28. Deep, deep waters here. Again, it is a best of 3. This is map number 1. Again, Publiclir's map choice, so would be a little unfortunate for them to lose their map choice, but obviously very good news for Torpedo, as we can see Publiclir looking for a bit of potentially a quick A play. They've sent a number of players into A main. Smoke is down at the moment.
They need to go. The longer they wait, the worse it's going to get.
Yeah, as again, Tease does have Downey with them. And yeah, as you were speaking about, it would have been a little bit better as there's only one in the bomb site. Little did they know that as well. They are going to have one player coming up highway. I don't think they recognize this as they're going to find all the frags. Adder, last one alive. What a round from Publiclir, as they take it flawlessly, 15-13, one away for them.
Really weird from Torpedo, because they have the guy pushed through B into Sunshine area, already flanking. With that, and if nobody's holding the T spawn area, holding the B push, that is so much information for the CT side. With all that information, they still just give up middle. You have 4 players. There was too many angles to hold for Torpedo. Players coming up. Connector, A main, as well as Squeaky. When Torpedo had 4 CTs that they could have utilized at least one guy to delay the middle. Just was an interesting decision, but looks like they're not done yet.
Indeed. As get some eyes on Jazar here. I love this positioning. I've seen this a couple times. I think Dren was the first one that I witnessed pulling off this angle. Very far back. You really don't expect someone to be opping that far. And, well, Torpedo, they have been doing a little bit of aggression over there, so not a bad idea. And
that's exactly where somebody wasn't. That's the information that Torpedo could have used the last round to make a better, or to put up a better defense over towards the middle and A, but last round here.
As you can see a little bit of noise being made by Lecro. They are down a player, but Jazar bringing it right back. Dominate as well. Finds Darty. So 3 on 5. Looking promising here as you got 2 pistols. Make it 1 left on the field. Adder is going to be alone with his M4A1S towards truck. And actually, look, a bit of an issue there for a moment, but back in it as Decent goes down. Goes technically to the Molotov, but Adder now all alone. We'll find one, but 1v3 without a kit. Luckily, the bomb has not been planted, but here we go.
That was actually hilarious the way the guy died in the bomb site, because he gets dinked immediately when the Molotov reaches him. So it just sounded like the fire dinked him. But Adder, see if he can do this. It is possible, but Publicly are going to take their map choice. 16-13, got a bit dicey for them. It looked like Torpedo was going to walk away with it coming into the early part of the second half, but they managed to bring it back.
Indeed, they do. So coming up next is going to be Mirage. That is Torpedo's map choice. And then, well, if they can take that, then we move on to Overpass. Again, this is our lower bracket finals for the European Open. Going to be taking a short break here, but when we return, map number 2 in this best of 3.